Welcome back to Easy to Spell, where the name is easy to spell. We did it wrong anyway. Happy Father's Day, everybody. I'm not a father. I'm joined by some. Happy to introduce myself as Andrew, your dungeon daddy. Joining me, some fantastic fathers, others not. Beginning with...
Hi, I'm Mike, and I play Raven.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I play Vala.
I'm Will, and I play Tez.
And my name's David. I just came back from camping, hence, and I mean just came back, hence the glistening skin and, the dirt. Let's get
12
going.
minutes ago came
By
back.
glistening skin, you mean somebody left you on the sidewalk in the sun for about an hour too long?
Well, I mean, let's take a look at that.
That's impressive. That is
Rotisserie Dave right there.
Rotisserie David.
My
Turtle
new
soup.
restaurant.
Total soup.
Actually, Rotisserie Dave sounds like a great restaurant.
Right?
Right, Rotisserie Dave's. It's like Famous Dave's, but just chicken.
Just rotisserie.
Rotisserie.
And the thing is, I fucking hate chicken.
Doesn't have to be chicken. Everything there just rotates. It's all on plates that just
Well-
eventually go around.
Yeah, the weird thing
Everything
to,
but chicken.
to be clear,
Yeah.
Dave does not dislike the taste of chicken. He just has a prejudice against chickens in general.
Yeah.
I think it comes from the Avarice campaign.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you go back and watch campaign
Watch the-
2,
Everest, yeah.
You'll understand why.
David's last character went on a time-spanning trip with an eldritch chicken.
some may say he was a whisperer of chickens.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna leave it at that.
Yep.
All right, a little bit of a sidetrack. I'm cool with it. Welcome back, everybody. That's we last left off with the party having taken advantage of a spontaneous town meeting addressing the mysterious, quote unquote, disappearance of the Hierophant of Lakeside. Breaking into the tower of the church to reclaim the taxes collected, those which are supposed to be paid out to Arik Darkstone, the tax collector for the Nalburindian Empire. Victoria, the mind of the Valkyrie, having retreated, taking an arrow to her shoulder, but responding with a hellish rebuke against Raven, has left the four of you in the tower of the Temple to Skiotar. The guard has been scared away. Silence is settled as the shadows fade, as her portal pulls into those darkness and disappears. With the arcane lock dispelled from her distance, the door crashes open, and Vala and Tez, the two of you having been locked outside of the room, stand face to face with Raven and Guy. Guy, you've taken the two chests full of the tithing money and the taxes meant to be paid out to the tax collector into your bag of holding. What are you doing?
Quick, she's coming. We have to get out of here.
Oh, she's already been here.
She came, bro.
And I'm gonna look over and see Raven's shoulder and be like, oh, shit, and come over and healing word him.
Okay.
Let me find that roll for you.
The healing energy in whatever amount is about to come kind of pulses through, knitting the wound closed to an extent. Maybe all the way.
Cast. There we go. 19.
19. Relief floods as the scalded pink skin seals back the burn, healing, I believe, most of the way. You took...
Yeah, I'm about 6 shy of full. So.
Oh, God.
Hell of a healing word.
The wound closes. Still a little tender, but the burn no longer consuming your attention.
Your sister's like a scary chica, bro.
Most of them are.
How many you got?
Maybe there's time for another discussion for this. Why
Yes.
are you here? Is the meeting
Because, I mean, no. I think there's a mob going on. I think I may have started a riot. But if she's gone and she had disappeared I think she was alerted. She came here and we just need to leave. We need to go.
Can I peek out the window that Vala threw a rock through and see if there actually is a mob or a riot
Make a
going on?
perception check.
Okay. 17.
17. From about 2 blocks over, the direction Vala was coming from when she threw the rock, you actually see a small plume of smoke, and you hear distant yells and shouts and screams.
It's either a riot or a hell of a party.
Okay. Well, maybe that's a distraction enough to get out of here.
Shit,
Guy-
maybe we go into the riot, dude. Best covers with everybody. It's gonna be pretty hard to find us in there. All the chaos and shit like that.
I would prefer we don't continue to encourage
All right, fine.
the riot.
It sounds like a hoot, but like
I
don't
wanted
really
to be
know
a
what
part
it
of
gets
the
us.
mosh pit, all right, dude?
Yeah,
Like, I'm just
yeah, I
gonna
get
be
it,
like,
I get it.
All right.
I'm gonna head down the stairs a little bit and just peek around and see if I can hear or see anybody coming.
I won't even require a roll for this. That's the one guard who is not stationed has been scared away. It's silent.
All right. Well, to the tavern or where?
Let's get to let's deliver this to who we should be delivering it and set aside a small portion.
All right.
Okay. I'll say on your way over, you'll have a chance to pull out the 2 chests to the, I believe, the dancing dragon. What percentage of the 2 chests would you separate off from the tax amount?
I'm gonna leave that to Vala since she mentioned it.
I don't know how much was in it, but I'm thinking something like 100 platinum, if that's how much is in there.
I'm gonna say you won't have time to actually sit down and count. They're brimming pretty full. I need to know out of 2 chests of money. I need a rough percentage. If you just
10%.
10%. Okay.
Are we taking this for us?
I was hoping to give this to the widow.
Oh, right.
Off the top. All right. Get into my right page of notes.
You'll have to remind me. The widow was the person that came to us crying.
Lyrial
her
Frostwind.
husband? Her husband had died.
circumstances. Yep.
And so we're giving all of that to her. Was that because she's going to potentially like distribute that, or is that just like, here, take this?
It's because her husband was wrongfully murdered in Vala's eyes, and so she wants to help her out.
Like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna go to character because like, so wait a minute. We're gonna give all of this to one person.
DM, I don't know how much 10% is, so
It's
that's like
so
I just want enough.
It was
to-
2 large chests, so 10% would have been like Vala going in and just taking like 4 fistfuls of whatever these coins happen to be.
That would be fine.
I'll just.
But don't we
Sorry,
want to
let
like
me-
maybe distribute this between a few different people?
We'll take the 10% now and count it out and look at what we need to do.
Let me let me do some math. I was doing the 10% to buy me time on the back end.
You're good.
Well, let's
Uh,
separate it once we get to the once we get to our rooms.
10%. It's a mix of coins. Comes out to, I'm going to round and say about 18,000 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just licking his lips.
And that is a mix of bronze, silver, gold, and platinum.
Look, it's just a start. We'll distribute it later. We gotta get out of here, out of the line of sight area. We gotta get back to the tavern.
Okay. If you're trying to make it back to the tavern without being noticed, are you going to the Emerald Gates where you've been staying, the inn, or are you going to the Dancing Dragon Tavern?
The Emerald Gates where we've been staying so that we can distribute the money.
Okay.
Figure it out.
I'll need a group stealth check.
Okay, and I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Didn't
that is plus-
didn't Kale say that we should go to the Dancing Dragon with us?
Yes, but if we want to make sure that we've got it accounted for and how much it is and what we're
alright,
going to
bro,
take as
you're-
our percentage.
Yeah,
Should I
sure.
do?
Your cash, bro.
Do you want me to make like a bunch of people invisible again, or I could do it one more time?
I think we save it just in case we need it later. I think with the chaos that's going on, we should be fine. I got a 19.
19.
And that's plus 10 on top of that
Oh, so
for Pass Without a
29.
Trace. Yeah.
Oh, it is?
I didn't realize
Yeah,
it
plus 10
applied
because
to
I did
everybody.
Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Again, an insane number.
Okay.
39.
Okay.
An insane
Uh,
number, 40.
Nice.
An insane
it-
number. 13.
Okay. I was gonna say it almost doesn't matter what you roll at this.
Plus 10?
Plus 10. I rolled a 3.
Jesus.
Or I rolled a 2 plus 1.
Okay. It almost doesn't matter what you roll, even without the plus 10. The four of you are like ghosts.
Right by camera.
Oh,
Hi, Andrew.
So
Literally
better-
perfect timing, as you said.
Yeah.
The four of you are like
Ghosts.
ghosts.
We rolled so high the DM fell.
Wait, guys, where do you go? I can't see you.
I shouldn't have
Still
said it.
off stream.
I should have just brought it up after he did his little spiel and been like, "Damn, that was a cool effect. Are you gonna turn your camera back on?"
that would have been a little mean. One sec. That's hey. Oh come on, it's on. The battery's full.
Why you no start?
Why you no start? What are you doing?
Can go to
You
castle.
tried turning it off and back on again.
It turned itself
you go.
off and back on again, and now it's frozen. I'm
Yep.
sitting down. Oh, my shirt is very wrinkly.
Quick, turn off again.
I like that's what
Is this-
you notice. My shirt is so wrinkly.
Is this really what we're doing? Is this what we're doing? Right
Okay,
now?
there
There
we
it
go.
is.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
No,
Nice.
No,
Yes, no, yes, no, yes,
There we
no,
go.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Lots of programs going on. Okay. Like ghosts. Making your way back through the city. In the distance behind you, you hear the volume, but the tempo. The tone of the city has begun to rise. Shouts and yells. A distant blur of sound behind you. But without being noticed by anyone on the streets, you make your way back to the tavern, up to your rooms, and we'll jump back in one room. The four of you reconvene to split up the gold and kind of take stock of what you have. You do have about 120,000 gold in the chest.
So, like, hear me out here, dude. What if, so, like, your goal here, right, is to become, like, popular, you know? Nothing's more popular than money. And remember, I could do the whole, like, giant billboard thing in the sky. Like, hey, look at me. What if, just follow me here, dude. What if we were to just be like, have your money back. The church has been lying to you. I am fucking awesome. You know what I mean, dude?
DM, what's the name of the dude that we are
Hale.
supposed to give the taxes to? Kale.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
It's all good.
Thank you guys. Well, we may have an issue with Kale if we do that.
Oh shit, dude. What were we supposed to be doing for Kale? This is also David asking this.
He's the one who requested that we acquire these taxes back from the church, essentially.
Plus, like, I like a show as much as the next guy, right? But, like, I don't really think that Vala's got, like, a big enough foothold to be, like, flexing that much. Like, I think she wants to get the popularity up without, like, attracting too much attention. So maybe, like, if we just ask Kale to slide all this back to whoever needs it slid back to, with your name attached to it, right? Like, hey, this is from the real princess. The church has been lying to you. Viva
I'm
la
not-
Lakeside, or whatever it is.
I'm not sure I would.
Well,
I'm not sure I would trust him to actually do such a thing.
Well, would you lose, though? If he doesn't do it, then, well, oh well.
I
But
say
if he does, that's great.
I say we take a small percentage and pass it to the people that we know with the message, and then ask that of Kale as well. And if Kale doesn't, at least the message still got out, but if it does, it's even more. I'm sure, I mean, in his line of work, he's going to be, you know, wanting to hang on to most of it. But maybe there's a chance. You know?
so like, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, DM, can I look out the window and see if I can see what's going on with the town and the riot in general?
Give me a perception check. And in light of Father's Day, instead of DM, I'd prefer Daddy.
Hey, Daddy.
I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. Please don't.
Whoa.
We don't need to do that. One second. I need to take the contrast of my camera down so we don't see how much of that actually happens.
That's a 24.
24.
Crazy,
Okay.
our viewers just spiked.
I like to roll perception, Daddy. Oh god. From where you're at, because you're a ways away from what the center part of this, like the original riot that kicked off. Smoke has begun to billow from the town square, even as far away as you are, which was like a good 10-15 minute walk originally. You're still starting to hear the sounds of shouts and yells, and people are spilling onto the street and moving towards that. You see people like running and going door to door, like knocking, like hushed conversations, rapid conversations. A few houses down, you see there's a young man who's like talking to an older blacksmith that lives 2 doors down, who has walked into his house and has come back out with a hammer, and the two of them have started moving back towards the noise and the sound. You've ignited something here in Lakeside, and it is up to you whether you stay or use it as a distraction to escape.
So listen, I know how we were saying, you know, we don't want to cause too big of a commotion here or nothing, right? Like about Vala being back, but like, don't your sisters like already know you're here? So what's the point of making a commotion about it, you know?
I think you might have a point. I think we've started something. We've already built contention. I mean, unwittingly, but the people are upset, they're angry, and if we don't stop them, that it could get really ugly out there.
So
This is kind of how it goes, bro. Like, at least as much as I know about public revolt and overturn a government, which is none, but like people are gonna get upset when shit gets thrown into the mix.
Of course, and I want them to be upset, but I don't want them to murder their neighbors.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
think
from
anybody's murdering
my
neighbors.
tribe, that's kind of normal, right? You murder your neighbor. Anyway, so like, here's what I'm saying though, is like, from my tribe, you have to show strength in order to be accepted, right? If you want these people to follow you, you have to show a form of strength. Like, dude, like that's kind of what it comes down to. Or if you want them to not burn down the city, you know, to save your assets here, something needs to be said.
I don't know if seeing the princess would be a positive thing at this moment, but I do think that words need to come from you, Vala. Guy, did you say you can make a projection or a booming voice?
So, like, here's what I can do, dude. I can do a couple things, DM permitting. If
DM says yes.
okay, right. Because what I was thinking was like do some major imagery, and I'm just checking about sound because that's a thing, and its other sensory become faint to the creature. It looks like I can do sound along with it with major image.
Okay.
A sound loud enough to deal thunder damage and deafen a creature, or that might sicken a creature. Wow, interesting. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Maybe.
So I can do sound, sight, and smell. Yeah. So
you have a solid enough grasp on the audio, being a bard and a barbarian. You have a solid enough grasp on the sound aspect of magic that if you were looking to do any sort of audio projection to cover a city, say, David, you have enough control to absolutely push the magical aspects that would normally go to the like visual presentation to increasing the audio capacity of your spell.
yeah, all right. I got this, dude.
So, Vala, you've been leaving that symbol everywhere we go. Maybe we have Guy project that into the sky or somewhere that the
We
crowd can
have
see it.
him projected, and I'll speak, and I'll expose this fake princess without the crowd seeing me specifically.
So I can, if you just want to write it down, I can make it happen. Like, you don't even have to say it. Like, if you just write it down in your voice, I can make it come out on the other side and just be like, yo, what's up,
Right.
dude?
All right.
David, make a performance check.
Yeah, all right. Okay, still not terrible. 16
16.
or 17.
This would be, I'd say it would be easy enough for you to actively like transcribe. If Vala was speaking to you as if she were giving a speech, you to take that and project it magically as if you were conducting from a written piece of paper. You could do a live podcast of this speech.
Yeah, if you want to do it live, we can do it live. Or if you want to take the time and write it down, I can make it work either way. Like, I mean, I can sound almost identical to you. The higher pitches are a little harder for me to hit, but you know, I get pretty damn close.
Do you think you should use an alternate name or something along those lines?
Oh yeah,
can
you
call
need a
you?
sick name. Hold on, we need this. Why not just the plant princess, dude?
I'm not sure princess is the right imagery for them at this moment. But
The plant protagonist. That's a big fucking word for me. You should be impressed.
That is a big word.
Yeah.
Um,
Although I'm not sure what planting plants has to do with anything.
I could just go buy Olive.
That's a plant.
Well, that's
The
kind of
olive
a-
branch of peace.
Yeah, whatever you think.
signing off olive branch.
What was the symbol again? What did that look like again? I can't remember. One that you've been leaving around.
It was. I want to say it was a triangle with 3 dots around it. Or was it 3 overlapping triangles?
We
don't
can retcon. If there,
remember.
do you have an image in mind that you would like to be using? We can retcon and say that's what it is.
I'll draw one.
There we go.
Big mockingjay.
Be ready to blur the screen. It's gonna be a.
It's gonna do something else that was more like that.
Big middle finger to Nalbrand. You guys know what symbol it is. It doesn't matter that I can't quite remember what symbol it was.
Yeah.
So, are we like doing it or?
I think we should, and I think we should say that Kane, is that his name again?
Kale.
Okay.
Kale. Oh my gosh, I'm writing this in front of me right now because
Kale Blackthorn.
Kale. And we should say that Kale is going to distribute it.
Well, hold on. If the government finds out who has the money, that might be a problem.
Yeah, you're throwing him under the bus there, bro. You can't just like announce his name and tell him that he's got all the stolen taxes.
That's fair. We wanted to make certain that he had it distributed.
Sorry to intrude. Oh, sorry, I forget about this. And in the corner of the room next to the door, the invisibility fades, and kind of a well-dressed dragonborn stands. You recognize from your trips on the road. I followed you in here, and there didn't seem to be a good point at which to interject.
You're lucky I was looking the other way the whole time, otherwise I would have seen you.
I was taking that into consideration. He rolled a natural 20 on his stealth. So against you guys' passive perceptions, he still was like, it's been a while. My newfound apprentice is downstairs. And he dropped to a knee before you, Vala. I had suspicions before. I pledge my loyalty to the true and rightful Empress of Nalbrand. If just distributing the gold you've taken from the taxes is what you seek, we can accomplish this for you.
Who are you? Really?
It is. I serve one who seeks to return Skioda to her true origin and save this empire which has been corrupted by the way we have twisted our own god.
It's an admirable goal.
One I've tried to serve near my entire life. Elric stands up. Any way I may avail myself to you, I will. My skills are mostly in music and some in stealth. My apologies again.
How did you get in here?
I really just walked in after you. I saw you fleeing the temple, and we made our way after. It really was just an uncomfortable coincidence in which I got myself locked into your room and did not find the correct time to introduce myself.
Had everybody met Elric? Because I can't remember if our party had been split at that time.
I don't remember this dude at all, bro.
I don't think
Got
the
it.
turtles have.
Oh yeah, okay. So, Guy, Tez, this is a friend of ours.
Pleasure. Sure.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah, makes
Give me a little
introductions.
spook there.
Again, it was fully unintentional. Hey,
Wait, was this? Hold on. Was this the guy that was out in the forest on our way in?
yeah.
Yes, the.
The
we
bard
met him.
that had been robbed.
Oh, you did, yeah.
So we
'cause
met
you-
him, dude. We met him. You don't
I didn't
remember?
meet him.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
Tez
I
was
did.
there.
I wasn't there.
Tez?
I didn't.
You weren't there.
No.
No, we got split up at the prison.
That was me and Talia at the time. I think, right?
Oh shit, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, you're lucky I didn't shoot you, and I'll put a claw to him.
He shakes his hand and goes, "It's a blessing I count nearly every day I do not die." Life is difficult for a bard, especially in these days.
Shot it.
But like, Vala, we gotta do something, right? What are we? What's
Let's
the
do
game
this.
plan?
We'll put you in charge of distributing. How would you like to go about it? Do you want me to put it into my speech?
I think whatever you deem best, if you wish to make a comment about generosity of the true Empress, of taking back from the thieves that hold themselves on high, why would they not to make a recommendation or anything? I just wish to help.
I know we've been talking about it, but I'm just gonna throw it back in the pot that I think it's too early to be throwing big speeches out there, bro. It's just one town that we started a riot in so far, and that's unless you guys had done some stuff before we showed up.
I mean, word of mouth travels pretty far, dude. Like,
Yeah, bro. So if we can get some gold out there with like, hey, this is from the real princess, then that's gonna be the word of mouth that travels. I think you just don't want to show your hand to the people hunting you too much. And we already did back there with Scary Boo.
I mean, that was the straw that let me know they knew where I was and what I was doing. So at this point,
We
I might as
get
well
us-
expose myself.
I don't know, man. I think you can still sneak away with this one. They know you're, or at least Victoria knows you're here. Nobody else knows you're here. And if we fuck off, then nobody knows we're anywhere.
We can still fuck off, disappear from this town.
I would
Your
just
call,
hate to
man.
I would just hate to see this town lost to violence that could be redirected.
I vote we do it, but I don't want to be the end all be all. That's not the kind of government that needs to be run. So everybody give your opinions.
I mean, my opinion, like I said, from coming from a tribe that's in near shambles at the moment, somebody's got to step forward and do what it takes.
So you're for?
I'd say I'm for.
I think I'm for as well, but maybe we can tone it back just a bit and try to just quell the anger and not necessarily give up who we are, but
Redirect the anger.
Redirect it, yeah. I mean, so we could do something maybe a little less broad, maybe a small speech. It doesn't even have to be in Vala's voice, just her words of they've been lying to you. We need to keep the town together and, like, I don't know, dude, focus it towards like the wrongdoers, not necessarily your neighbor.
Maybe just something as simple as your anger is justified and is heard. Keep your eyes towards the horizon for a signal of change.
And then maybe the symbol after that.
I can get
Just
behind that.
something to give them to look towards, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to stop all the rioting, you know? I mean,
Give me a
Smash
few
shit's kinda fun.
moments to come up with something, and I'll speak with you all.
yeah. I mean, this is a big decision to make, so. It'll
What's this
take me a
gonna be?
few minutes to get ready
So
anyway.
in real life, yeah, like give
Yeah.
me a couple minutes,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you're gonna do something on the side, and I'm gonna type something up.
I don't suppose any of you know how to play cards.
I love 3 Dragon Ante, bro.
Oh, I carry a deck on me.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
yeah. All right.
And I'll just pull out like 3 gold and slap it down on the floor and sit down, and like I'm expecting everybody to sit down in a circle around me.
Yeah, I sit down as well, and I
Fine,
slap
fine.
down my 3 gold. All right.
Joyce, just
I'm-
3 of us? Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on the town.
right. It feels odd to be playing cards, will we? All right, proceeds. So 3 gold each.
All right.
Let's just do this. High die on a 20. Yeah.
I die
Sure.
on 20.
I had Island 20.
That's probably not me.
No modifier.
No modifier. Just. Are you
Yeah,
trying
stealth.
to? Are you trying to cheat or anything?
No,
No. Okay.
playing
yeah.
cards.
Not yet. No,
If we're going
not
lucky to
yet.
draw. 3.
19.
Yeah.
All right. That is 6 gold. To Tez. 3 from
3
Guy.
from
3
us.
from Alric.
Oh yeah. Good game, guys. Good game.
Try to get too cocky from a single round. That's.
Shit, I added 3 instead of
I don't need to get cocky, bro. It's all in the skill.
Is
And
it?
I'll slap
Should
down
we
another 3.
raise the stakes and he flicks a platinum?
I slap a platinum down.
And I slap a platinum down.
All right. Okay.
Fuck.
It's a 9.
I'm lower than that.
So that is your platinum
Is that
back
rollies?
and 5 gold to Tez. As you split the pot,
As we split the pot.
you gain 5 gold. Guy loses a platinum.
Rough, bro, rough.
Perfect. Ah, that's
Raven,
okay.
you sure you don't want on in this, bro?
I'm good.
All right.
I put down 2 platinum.
Rich blood indeed.
Happy to take your money,
Slides.
bro.
2 platinum
Uh-huh.
onto the table. All right, this is rollies again. Is anyone trying to cheat or do anything to influence the odds?
Nope.
It's been going great for me so far. I don't think I should cheat.
Okay.
You've got to be fucking me here.
As the only person who tries to cheat, we get advantage for.
Do we get to make insights or perceptions?
You can do perception checks on this.
Okay,
I mean, I can do a perception check all I want. I'm relying on you guys to give me the information of what you're fucking flipping over.
That's true.
Okay.
Oh, where are my skills? There we go. You
I
said
got a
perception.
2.
Yep.
Again.
Perception.
Hold a 21.
I got a 6 on the perception, but a 16 on the card game.
See, your luck can't hold forever, boys. And he pulls 2 platinum from each of you and slides the pot towards himself as he wins totally fairly.
Yeah.
I throw down 4 platinum.
Did I notice that he was cheating?
What was your
21.
21? You do not.
Okay.
Wow. He's sly.
At this point, I'm just playing with the house's money. Sure. And he slides 4 platinum forward.
You're gonna break the bank here, guy.
I'm
And
just
I'll
gonna,
slide 4.
as I hear Guy call out, I'll just be like, this is why you are low on funds typically.
No, dude, it's because I forgot I grabbed the wrong bag. But this one's kind of cool. It's got a bunch of shit in it.
Well, we pretty much just spend it wherever, but
Yeah, it's like it's whatever, dude. His money's.
you don't need it, man. It's just fun.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. As he deals the cards, he goes and throws a card to you, Tez, and 4 cards just fall out of the sleeve of his shirt.
You need hold up, tell him. Okay.
He looks and he looks at you. He's, right, I fold.
I think
And
you
he just-
pulled my last 2 platinum too, bro.
Oh, they're in the pot already.
Just
Wait,
take my 4
I'll
back.
just. I see why the house always wins.
what about me, dude?
It's just law of large numbers.
Uh,
Larger the number, the more you. And he drops 2 more platinum on the table in front of Guy. He goes, I will sit this next round out. And just scoots back.
Well, what do you got, Tez?
Let's do one more, huh?
Well, so like, wait, we were actually playing. I roll like I got my hand here. Don't you
Yeah.
have yours? I can't tell. I,
No, sorry,
I was
I'm-
here.
Elric went to cheat and rolled a natural 1, so in the middle of that last round, all like a bunch of cards that he had hidden in his sleeve just
Fell
fell on the
out.
table.
I
Right,
haven't even
so
looked
I
at my
still
hand
want
yet,
4
bro.
platinum, and he just gets he has a hand shit. That's fine. I still want his 4 platinum in the pot. Plus my 2 platinum back from the last game.
Which he did drop those in front of you. He
Okay.
dropped them on top of the pot where he had left, like just been pointing. Do you leave them in the pot?
No. Well,
Okay.
I don't know. Do I notice that they're
Oh,
in there? That's the
Yeah,
that's the question.
when you said "and my 2 platinum," he went right and dropped 2 more platinum into the pot.
Okay, so then I would take those 2 from the
Okay.
pot,
And so now,
and then
so
I
now we
want
got a
his
pot of
4
12.
platinum. Yeah, I was gonna say his 4 platinum staying in.
Yeah.
yeah. And I rolled a 14.
17.
Nice. Fair's fair, bro. Fair's fair. And I'll slide him
Yeah.
to 12.
There we go. I made money.
Oh, all right. Can you guys remind me what the town's name is?
Lakeside.
Lakeside.
Cleverly named Lakeside because it's next to a
A
lake.
lake. It's on the side of a lake.
It's maybe considered a pond, but you know.
Yeah,
Let me
realize-
know when
I don't
y'all are
know
ready
if
for
we've-
me to interject in again.
Oh, you'll be good. I don't know if we've released the maps, but I realize I have a town named Lakeside and a town named Waterford that is built next to a bridge. So I think I was tired when I was making this map. Oh yeah. Follow?
Wait, I have a cloak. What cloak is that? Is it just a regular ass cloak?
I think you just have a regular ass cloak.
I think it's a regular ass cloak. Because I think I added it in my bag of holding because there isn't just a regular ass cloak item. So I
Yeah.
added a cloak of billowing to my fucking bag.
David, even though you just fucking added a cloak of building because you needed a cloak, I say as you're sitting there like counting your platinum, your cloak begins just flickering in the wind dramatically.
Okay. Fuck it.
I'm not gonna say if you guys just are adding magical items to your inventory
No.
by accident that I'm gonna give them to you.
That's
but
what it was. It was the guard's cloak. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
Because I picked up the guard's uniform.
and it happens to billow dramatically.
Okay, perfect.
Vala is
Card
going
of
to
change.
stand up and say, "All right, I have something written," and she's gonna hand it over to have everybody read it.
I can't. I. You're gonna have to voice it to me. I can't read.
You can read it all.
No.
His
You
eyes.
can't see, bro.
Yeah.
Hence the orange band that goes across
Just-
now my
So-
eyes instead of.
Really quick, let's
Oh.
everybody just take a moment and read through because this is out of game. Rachel has given you all a copy of her speech.
Goddamn
if you would-
pieces.
If you want to take a second
Welcome
to
to my
read
life.
through that,
Yeah.
I'm going to describe a separate scene that plays out. Clacking
are you-
stilettos. This is separate. This is to the audience.
Gotcha.
whatever.
Okay.
If it's gonna be that, you
Gotcha.
might want to change the music.
Yeah.
It's very ethereal, and it seems like that's gonna be dramatic.
Again, a scene of stilettos on heels, or stilettos on stone. Click clack. Victoria walks down a stone passageway. An archaic lab carved into the side of a mountain, distant from the nearby cities, as a man sits hunched over his work, his project. I've heard tales of the interesting works you weave, sir. My mother wishes to have a word with you. Not yet, not yet. It's not complete, it's not perfect. I can get there. I believe you can. But look at where you are. You have not the tools nor the resources necessary. The works you have now, leave them here. We can scry on them from afar, and you can see how they do. But we have more important things for you to weave. You can change the world if you were to come with me. The man turns to half-alive creatures on stone, stitched together with green strands of arcane magic and corded thread. Begin to breathe this abomination he's stitched. I can promise you nothing. But I will come and listen at the very least. And Victoria goes, "It's all we ask." She gestures and shadows open the way as the two of them stride down. We come back into the room where you've all finished reading the speech that Vala has prepared.
Listening.
I think that's great.
Yes, and I will have said it to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it. Yeah, that sounds great. There's a lot of big words in there, but
Gives hope.
It's the way you want to go, bro.
so it's just like for sure what you want. I can. It's gonna take me a second. I got to prepare some stuff real quick, but like we could do this.
I think based on all of your guidance, it is the best choice.
Can you hear that? Sorry.
The mob in the background raises in tempo.
They're a lot smaller than I thought they were, bro.
I mean, if you think about it, anyone can participate. in
Somebody
the mob.
just cast a curse on somebody and made their pitch go up quite a ways. That's what happened.
Weird use of thaumaturgy.
This is a dramatically timed child scream.
Right. Yeah, I say we do it.
Full send.
All right. So stream wise, are we just gonna have Rachel read it out?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
this is
All right, cool.
echoing
So
through the town.
here's what I got. All right. Sits down cross-legged for a minute. Pulls the drums out. How you doing, girls? All right. Gives them all a little tap. Doo, 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 doo. All right. Touch the shell.
I'll touch your shell.
Not you, Taz.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Oh, dude.
My bad, brah, just echoes through the city. My bad, my bad, my bad,
All right, here we go. And a faint light starts to, as you touch, a faint light like starts to envelop Guy, and then it reaches out towards the ceiling, and then from the ceiling it goes into the sky, and you just hear like the THX, opening to a movie. And it starts to envelop over the entire city. And while you're talking, like specific words will pop up in the sky. So things of that align with peace and
Justice.
aligning with justice and aligning with this side, and then a few emblems will appear throughout. It'll be kind of a shaded figure talking with like words that good words that pop up with it anyway.
Okay. All right. Townsfolk of Lakeside, I speak to you not as an adversary, but as a fellow citizen who shares your frustrations and your dreams. We find ourselves at a crossroad where the anger and discontent in our hearts threaten to consume us all, but I implore you to pause and reflect on what truly matters, on the legacy we wish to leave to our children, and on the power we hold when we stand united. Today we see our streets marred by chaos and violence. The temptation to take what isn't ours, to vent our frustrations on our neighbors is strong. But let us not be blinded by momentary gains or misguided anger. Looting only serves to further divide us, to weaken our collective resolve and to play into the hands of those in power who seek to maintain the status quo. Instead of turning against each other, let us turn our gaze towards the true source of our grievance. A government that has failed to uphold its promises, that has forgotten its duty to serve the people. We are not enemies of each other. We are comrades in a struggle for justice and dignity. Together, we have the power to demand accountability, to insist on transparency, and to forge a future where every voice is heard and every life valued. But this power lies not in the destruction of our own communities, but in the ability to come together as a force for positive change. So, I ask you now to join me in laying down our arms against each other. Let us march together not as a mob driven by anger, but as a movement fueled by hope and determination. Let us demand justice. Let us demand equality. And let us build a future where the true values of Skjoda are upheld. Join me, my friends, in turning our anger into action, our frustration into determination, and our divisions into solidarity. To glory, strength, and justice, the true followers of Skjoda. Look for this symbol and you will know I come to you.
And what is the symbol that floods the sky? Did you remember what it was?
Yeah, can you see that?
Okay. Two overlapping triangles with the dot above and below. Lingers in the clouds for the moments following your speech. Tez and Raven, you two have the highest perceptions. In the distance, you still hear some muffled fighting. But overall, the panicked tone has become muted. People stopping their anger and their hate to at least think for a moment. The violence at the center of the city won't be stopped by just words. There are townsfolk that have taken up arms against the guards, and the militant forces of Nalbrand are not so easy to just lay down and let that bide. You're not sure what is happening outside of your view, but there's an inkling that Ball's words have struck the heart of the people of Lakeside. What are you doing next?
That seems to have calmed everybody down, at least for the most part.
About as good as we're gonna get.
I'm gonna try to leave that symbol up as long as possible. Yeah, okay, you can hear me. Try to leave that symbol up as long as possible.
Give me a spellcasting check, whatever your spellcasting ability modifier is, which I believe is charisma.
So I have a plus. I don't have any attack skills. What the fuck? Spell attack plus 10. Got it. Or not spell attack.
No,
right?
give me your spell attack. This is
Okay.
the concentrated effort of Guy to inflict his will upon the elements.
28.
28. Even after you let go, you have locked an ironclad intent on the clouds above you. I'm going to say, as a spontaneous spellcaster, being a bard, let me check something really quick. I'm going to say you just accidentally cast Skyrite at the end of that and have forced the clouds into position. So you're concentrating. You will be maintaining concentration on this, but for the next hour, that symbol will just linger over the city.
Take it. What level spell is that? I'll take a spell slot off.
No, as part of your casting. I'm just going to give that to you.
I'll take it.
Elric,
Cool.
when you pass out these funds, will you make sure to include this symbol, whether it be on a piece of paper or on the bag that you handed out in?
Indeed. I will bear it emblazoned on my chest if that's what is required.
I fear that you may need to keep yourself hidden to stay safe as you distribute this, so it may be better to not have anything emblazoned on your chest.
True. But in my line of work, aware of the risks. If you keep on this path, my lady, those of my order will support you. We go by no name, but we are just concerned citizens with the way the Empire has developed. In your times of need, we will find you and we will help.
Thank you.
There's no need to thank me. All the risk is upon your own head. He bows again. I'll make my way. Good luck to all of you. Alec turns, takes the bag of gold. Did you give him all like 1,800 gold? Or did you give him more, less?
You said because there was 120k.
Yeah, 120,000 gold split between the two chests.
I'm gonna assume we had talked about how we were going to split this at some point.
Yeah,
What
you
do
guys had
y'all-
plenty of time.
What do y'all think?
Guy doesn't care.
Yeah. I think. I mean, maybe we could bump it to 30k and distribute it. But I think a large portion does need to go back to Kale. Otherwise, he's gonna.
Yeah, he's gonna be pissed.
Make
I
an
mean, I'm not
insight
good with
check.
numbers, bro, so.
Anyone
Make a
who
what?
wants to can make an insight check.
Okay.
14.
Insight.
14.
Ooh.
They're
22.
12, so not me.
12, 22. Raven, you feel like really any amount that you... Wait, what was your total?
Mine was 12.
12.
I'm the
Okay,
lowest.
sorry. I thought you said 12 and then 22.
No.
And so I was thinking I didn't want to just...
No, I'm 22.
You're 22. Okay. You feel like really any amount that goes missing is going to cause problems. Vala, you feel as long as you give in the range of 75 to 100,000 gold, this dude's going to be happy. He's got, like, if you think about Nalbrand and taxes and things like that, the people have no idea how much is actually taken. Of the 180, as long as he gets around 100,000 of it, you're probably scot-free.
So you say we have 180k?
You have 180k. If you give him around half of that, he'll probably be fine. The closer you get to half, the more of a risk you're taking.
Let's do. My thoughts are 100k to him, 10k to us, and then 70k to the townspeople.
Okay.
I'm not.
And the
meaning
10k to
laugh.
us is just because of
Look,
what?
I'm not sorry. I read David's message and I'm trying not to laugh. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry. 100k to him, and then how much are you divvying up between you and
70
Ara?
for the town and 10 for us. So we have that's 10k to fund our travels and whatever's next.
So 2,500 gold to each of us.
This is incredibly generous, man. That's many of these people will be given, 4 times what they make annually. Just divvying this up equally will go a long way. You're sure this is how much you want to give?
This money should have been in their pockets anyways. It's going to fund war efforts that we don't need. That's the only reason that the taxes are this high.
One last thought, ma'am. You yourself may very well be going to war. Do you not need more of this? You're giving a guild of thieves a life's bounty, but taking but a paltry sum for yourself.
You give a good point. I'm not one to take much for myself.
And I do not wish to be misunderstood. I do not wish to question you. But one would argue that people would be better served by your efforts being funded to the extent they may require than people be given a bounty of years of hard work on a whim. I'm happy to do so. They will be happy to receive it and will, if you wish me to give your name, they will cheer it in the streets come morning. But be sure you will not have need of such gold.
So, Plant Princess,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to throw this out there. She already got an army looking for you. What's a guild of thieves? You know what I mean?
I mean, at some point I have to have somebody on my side.
She got us.
I'm not gonna lie, the music has been so fucking
That's what I was like.
on
That was
point.
so fucking good.
What's a guild of thieves? And then just that like staccato note. God, that was so good.
It was so good.
I've had goosebumps for like the last 10 minutes. And that's...
I
Vala, you know I'm not one to take more than I need. But he brings up a good point. We can repay the people tenfold if we make this happen. But these are your people, so the choice is yours.
Guy.
I mean,
Sorry, Tez. Not to cut you off, I just hadn't heard from him
Huh?
yet.
Well, like, we're talking about friends, right? And buying an army and, you know, using this money to take back the country, essentially. If we want to start with friends, there's a thieves guild right here in town.
it's true.
Maybe we buy them off.
It's a very good point.
You need a spy division by chance?
I think maybe we need to have a conversation with Kale.
Well, the other side of that too, though, you got to think about like, how much do you trust a shifty kind of guy? You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
sure, they
I'm
can
not-
be bought.
I'm not saying give
to
him the
what
keys,
extent?
yeah, I'm not saying give him the keys, right? But like,
But if his
they
connection,
don't like the government. We don't like the government.
and if that connection is beneficial for him, he's going to keep that relationship until it's no longer beneficial.
Especially if it gives him a chance at a high up position with the new power structure. So you want my opinion? I say throw 15-20% to the people. Throw however much you need to for this new spy division, and fund what you got to with the rest, I guess.
It's a good point. So, what, 20% of 180 is.
Elric, you can do math, right, bro?
Oh no, I never actually learned. That's all
30
my studies were.
Yeah, me neither, man.
36,000.
36,000. So we'll leave 36,000 with you, Elric.
So a long ways.
And then I would like to approach Kale without the funds in hand. I do not want them. I do not want him to be able to do anything to us to just get them.
Okay. Let's have a
Can we-
conversation with him.
I, Would
Elric,
be-
could you hold the rest for us as well?
of course, yes. My honor.
I'm resting a lot on that honor.
I'll keep Adeline downstairs.
Thank you.
Still working that one out.
Okay, we go to Kale.
Okay. Down through the tavern, you see a familiar elven woman who notices you and just tries to make herself very small in the corner of the tavern.
I'm gonna cast 4th level Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on Elric.
Okay.
You're not going nowhere.
You
So
got
I
it.
can track his ass for 8 hours if I need to.
Okay. I believe you can do that at 2nd level too. It does the same thing, right?
It says when you cast a spell using a 3rd or 4th level, you can maintain concentration for up
Okay.
to 8 hours. 5th level is 24 hours. I'm just gonna go
Okay.
with a good 3rd level right now.
3rd level spell.
Yeah.
Boom. Plant the mark on him. What does to you your hunter's mark actually look like? It's an invisible mark. It only is visible to you. But has it taken any specific shape?
I would
And
say
if it hasn't yet, that's fine.
no.
It
I'd
might
say
just be-
probably 3 arrows crossed, and then a shield over the top of that.
Okay. That's to your eyes only. It has emblazoned itself, kind of like superimposed over his figure. You just have a sense of where he is. As you make your way towards the dancing dragon, where you know Kale to be, you see your mark shifts a little bit, but does not move far enough to be out of the room you left Elric in. You make it to the gates of the dancing dragon, or the doors, sorry, and push them open. It is empty, aside from Kale himself, sitting next to the bar. So it did not take you long to shake the city up, did it? I can only assume this is all you're doing.
It may or may not be.
Right. And what business have you here? You something to do with that voice in the air? What was this about the gold you're supposed to deliver me next week? Tax collector comes to town.
It's about a proposition.
If you're propositioning me, imagine I'd be inclined to say no. What's the deal?
And you said it was just him and like the bartender.
No, just him.
Just him.
And
So, Guy is actually like looking through walls and shit, checking for other people.
give me a perception check.
It was
Also-
17.
17. You notice there are 4 figures underneath the floorboards, like moving around just underneath, and they are staying like level with each of you.
I'm just gonna walk over to Vala and I guess just whisper that in her ear. There's people under the floor.
You can call off your guards.
I don't feel that's necessary. I trust them to hear anything I might say. Surely have a lot more than I trust 4 strangers from out of town. They'll stay where they are. I take this as isn't the fun proposition that I thought you had in mind, is it?
As lovely as that might be, it is not on the table, unfortunately.
On the table, under it, off it, whatever. What have you had in mind?
As you may have guessed from what you heard earlier today, there are forces moving to change our government.
Oh, so you are the
Well-
voice in the sky.
Yes.
Good. Little honesty is going to go a long way here. What do you want from me? Couple of thugs and layabouts like us. Us know what we'd have to offer.
Access to your network.
Right, that. Bunch of thieves and murderers. Just what an incumbent new government needs.
Thieves and murderers come from a background of need.
I'm not inclined to argue with you. Neither they, I think. And he nods at Tez and Guy. 2 who, from what I heard, after asking around a bit, just came out of lockup in one of the highest security prisons here in Nobrand.
And they have been quite close friends and helpful ever since I helped them out.
Good lads, good lads. That's what I hear from my lad, that you also broke out. So, to be clear, there's no ill will, no hard feelings. If anything, if you two lads, after this proposed regime change, ends with the blood of thousands spilt, these two dead, and you two are looking for work, I'll be right here. What makes you think this will be different? People tried to change the world before and it never works. I live in the mud, always live in the mud. This is the most I've ever built. Do you get to
You look
change that?
I believe I can. But I'm sure you've heard that time and time again. People believe they can. Fortunately, I have something behind me that gives me a bit more ground to stand on.
What? I need something concrete.
Have you heard of what the message from the government is and who is distributing it these days?
Government distributes lots of messages. You talking about how everything's peachy?
Everything is-
Princess Valolga Valkyrie, granddaughter of the founder herself.
How much of
Yes.
that do you believe?
Shit all. The king, the emperor's sick. I think his wife is running amok. And I think the government's up to its usual shit-ass deeds. Please play the
I-
matter with him.
What if I told you I knew that the Emperor was dead?
Then I'll say you have no need for access to my network, because wherever you're getting your information from, about 10 steps ahead.
I know because I killed him.
Give me a persuasion check.
It is, I mean, I'm being honest, so.
I know. That's give it an advantage. How's that?
Okay. It's 14.
That's a lot to swallow. How the fuck would you be alive if you killed the Emperor himself?
Who would have access to the Emperor that the Empire would not kill?
You say you
Who
used to
has
change
red
the
hair?
Emperor's chamber pots.
And the Empire wouldn't kill a chambermaid?
Fuck all, it's a shit job. It's in the description, I think.
Literally.
Otherwise, you either changed his chamber pots and killed him in his sleep, you're saying you're the fucking princess herself.
Didn't she go missing for a while? And then
Cross the
suddenly show up, spewing messages very alternative to anything she'd ever spoken before?
She went across the sea, last I heard. I lost 2 men in the ship that sank. Saying she lived that too.
Do I remember the name of the ship?
Yeah, the Aegis.
Okay, and I'm just gonna pipe up the Aegis.
It's fucking you.
That's my key.
Right. So you're saying I might have a lot to gain by siding with you in this little conflict here.
A lot to gain or a lot to lose? That's a risk that you'll have to decide.
It's a fucking risk itself. You nearly burnt half the city down before your little speech in the sky. Lot to gain, lot to lose. What are you offering me in case you come out on top of this? A palace of my own? Gold from lads? What promises are you willing to make to a bunch of thieves and murderers?
Every government needs its underground.
Not inclined to argue with that.
Every government needs its eyes.
Makes sense as well.
you would be in charge of that.
I'm already fucking in charge of that. What you're offering me is more the same. I want a fucking castle.
When you work for the Empire, you get a castle.
So I want you to say to me right now that I'm going to get a fucking castle if I side with you on this. And girls, as many as I want.
If you side with us and we win, you will get a castle and as many girls as will have you.
That is a real tiny way of burying the lead. But I'll fucking take it. If I get a castle, girls will have me. And the gold we discussed previously from the tax collector, you still on that job? Or you got mightier things to be about?
How much do you think was in that?
I'm just gonna roll for this. I'm gonna do percentile. See how much he thinks is in there. In Empire's Rich, I'd say no less than 42,000.
What if I told you we already have it?
Then you just full of surprises today, lass.
How much do you think it would take to fund your operation?
No less than 42,000. But more gold, better service. You know what it is. Hired help these days being what it is.
I want you to be able to build something. One moment. I'm gonna pull back to the other guys and talk to them.
I'm gonna watch the guys under the floor and see if they follow.
He notices you looking. Yeah, he notices you like looking down and kind of tracking, and he squints his eyes, taps his foot 3 times on the ground. You see all 4 of them like pull a short ways away, like they are still kind of close, but not close enough that you think they'd be able to listen in.
60.
That's what I'd say.
You're the
I'm
princess,
good with
princess.
Whatever you think, yeah. Oh,
All right. I'll walk back over to him and say, I've been told we can push as much as 60.
Right, you've got the room for 60 in your budget. Fuck, makes me wonder how much you actually have.
We didn't walk in here without any.
Fair enough.
I.e., we did not walk into this town without any.
Oh,
When you start a rebellion, you have to have money.
yeah, fair enough. That's sounds like you've got this all worked out. You're a network of spies and assassins. 60, I can do something. Spits in his hand, holds it out. 60,000. Not even let you pick a name.
She spits too, holds his hand and gives him a nice firm handshake and says, Skjolder's shadow. Skjolder's shadow.
A little religious for my taste, but I'll take it. Shakes your hand and lets go. Wipes it off on the front of her shirt. When can I expect my fucking gold?
Soon.
Nice and precise. Love it.
Within the day.
Deal. Now, a lot of you want to drink? Or do you have business to be about?
I think a drink's a great way to seal this.
Right, we're running a special. 1 platinum a piece for a drink.
You're gonna, laugh and roll her eyes.
Fine. Normal prices. A single gold will get each of you a tank of ale. I know you got money. It was worth trying. Bless you. I'll import myself. and starts and pours out drinks for each of you and one for himself. To business. Raise up. Thanks. Now we just gotta wait till the city stops burning. If you don't mind, I have work to get to. And he just takes his drink, leaves you alone in the bar, and walks into a back room.
We should probably follow suit, right?
Yes, I thought he was going to sit and drink with us, but
Nope, he just fucking left.
I thought that would be a great way to seal the deal with him, but that's all right.
All right, well, let's head back and meet with Eldrick.
Toss back your drinks.
I've done the math for you. We have 74,000 left over,
Thanks. I was just pulling up my calculator.
and
I
that
was gonna say, I
is
got-
that is minus the 10,000 that we have already taken out.
Okay.
So.
So 74 left to fund a rebellion.
So, I mean, we can always make
got-
more later, too.
And I'm just throwing this out there. A tax collector on his way who might even have more if you wanted to rob the shit out of him. But we'll say
It's a good
you're able
way
to
to
get
get
back
under
to
the-
you're able to get back to your tavern or your inn, the Emerald Gates. No trouble. The city's dying off. On your way
Oh.
back, you hear whispers of the people that died at the center of town fighting against the guards, and whispers that people are banding together. That you pass by. That you pass by. A city of the Empire has raised its hand against Malbrand. The looting and fires have stopped.
As we're kind of meeting with Eldrick, as long as he hasn't disappeared and my mark shows that he's still around.
Yeah, no, he's still there. He is. When you get back to your room, he is sitting on top of one of the chests, like tuning his lute, which you can see like the marks from where it was broken before, as he's like tried to put it back together. Next thing, and he looks up. But
All right, we've got a deal.
then I have a task at hand.
Let me take one of those disbursements off your hand.
Of course, of course.
I'll go with you for that one.
And
Hands you a small pouch of gold from
whatever
the
the
amount you allowed
percentage
to
is.
him. Yeah, well, we won't fucking worry about those
Yeah.
numbers. You
I'm
know
just
how much
saying
gold
that's
you
the
guys
little-
have.
Yeah. And yeah, just let him do his thing, and when it starts to get towards night, I'd like to head out and find what was her name? L something.
The widow.
Lyrial Frostwind.
Lyrial Frostwind.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a. It's gonna seem weirdly specific, but I say a survival check.
We knew where she lived. She
Oh
told
right,
us.
she gave you her address, so yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be able to find her without any trouble. While you two are on your way doing that, Guy, Taz, are you two doing anything?
I really think you should just give me the headband, dude. Nobody cares about the eyes.
Bro. Regardless, dude. That man's fucking sweet.
It's pretty cool,
not
bro. I'm
going
not gonna
anywhere.
lie. I'm just saying, like, it's not quite your aesthetic.
You know what? I think it is. It's
all
fine.
right, all right, all right.
It's
all right.
fine. Hey, so I've been thinking about this
Yeah.
whole like brother thing. Like I know I was told to like
hang out with the princess and the bird, but like, I've been doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like what am I supposed to do?
They say how long you're supposed to hang out with the princess and the bird?
It just said when I can't remember the exact phrasing of it, but like it was like, yeah, dude, you need to go find the fucking bird and the fucking princess, and you hang out with them, you're gonna find your brother. Short version.
Maybe it's just like a patience thing, bro.
I don't know, dude. Maybe I haven't really seen any other turtles, but like I have this feeling like I've already maybe met him at one point.
I don't know, bro. I don't know how any of that works.
David, give
Like-
me give me an insight check.
Actually, not bad. 16.
Okay. You can't really like you've met a couple turtles, like one or two. None of them seem like they'd be your brother.
So, I don't know, man. Like, just that dream that I had the other night, like, just kind of shook me up a bit, dude. Like, I don't know.
You think we need to like start asking people?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I kind of fucked around a bit. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was originally a straight up fucking warrior from my tribe,
Right.
and now I play some pretty fucking sweet drums. But you know, I kind of let some time slip, you know, and I haven't been back in a while. I mean, who knows?
been-
Like, I don't know. Like, maybe they fucked off and like moved somewhere else and put somebody else in charge. Fuck off. All I know, maybe my brother's there already taking charge and fucking shit up. Cause like that's like the deal, right? Like, you know, it's I don't know.
I don't know, bro. If she said stick with the princess and the bird, I mean that's what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Kind of in the same boat though. Like, I'm supposed to be finding this band or whatever, this tribal warriors, but they just haven't fallen in my lap, right? I'm starting to think like maybe I should be asking some people, or fuck, maybe we should learn to read and we could go find out in like a report or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's gonna be a little hard for me to read now. You might have to be my eyes.
That's true. I got
Unless
you,
it's
bro.
magical writing. I mean, maybe if somebody writes with magic, maybe I can learn to read that way. I don't know.
Yeah, if we find a book written in blood, you got that.
Yeah, dude, definitely, definitely.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's patience. Maybe we got to start looking harder.
Maybe be a little more active. You know, how much have we talked to Vala and Raven about this? Really, maybe we should let them in.
Their stuff's been kind of pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I didn't like. I kind of wanted to say some stuff earlier, but I didn't think it was a good opportunity. Like, hey, I know we just talked to like however many fucking people are in this town, but guess what? I got a brother I need to kill.
Yeah, right. It's like, hey, listen, I know you're trying to overthrow government and whatever, but I'm trying to find a raiding party.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out, dude.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
can't really like blame them for not asking, right? They got their own shit going on.
right. Hey, do you think they got, you know, some stuff downstairs?
One way to find out.
All right, let's go.
Go.
You guys each take 2 gold out of your inventory for a good time. Raven, Vala, are you two talking about anything on your walk over to Lyriel's?
Yeah. Well, that's the first big step.
You're muted.
I never anticipated this going this far, this quickly. I don't know whether to be terrified or excited.
I think it's best to be both. Obviously, the job's not done, but Tez and Guy did a lot. They sacrificed a lot for us.
They have. They've been far more competent than I expected.
Yeah, I was a little nervous when we broke him out, and the plant princess, I just...
It's adorable.
It is. I don't know. I feel like we owe him one, you know?
Yes, I agree.
Might not be a bad idea to lay a little low for a minute. Do something for them.
I think that's a great idea. I mean, we need to spread this message, and it doesn't matter where they're going. We can spread that message where they're going.
Yeah, let's see what they're up to. Get to know them a little bit more.
I agree. I think they are not just useful, but they bring kind of a light to everything we're doing, you know?
Yeah. Wanted to say maybe they seem to be a tough shell to crack, but
It's been a long time since I've really laughed.
well, hopefully we can help Lyriel out a little bit, and we can't bring her husband back, but
I want to let her know what happened. The truth. She deserves that.
I mean, if you think about it, this was all because of her.
It really
She
was.
decided to stop a random stranger on the street and ask for help, and
It's about this time you make it to the address you know to be Lyriel's house. It's a small, like thin, like half of a duplex kind of thing. It's built up against another home. 2 steps up to a small porch with a chair to the left, kind of rocking a little bit from the wind.
I'll just walk up and knock on the door.
Knock on the door, and the door pushes open slightly at your touch. It wasn't shut all the way.
Is it lit inside? Is it dark?
It's dark.
Gonna slowly push open the door and kind of stay quiet and sneak in, since the door shouldn't just open.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
That would be a 21.
21. Okay. You slip into the shadows. Vala, are you following him?
I am. I'm also gonna try and stealth.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, that is a 17.
17. Right after him, you slip into the shadows, moving through a quiet house. Single story. Kind of push your way through the entryway. A living room with a fire that has burnt out, a day ago. Nothing lit recently. Clothes and just things around, kind of a normal day-to-day clutter as you push your way through the house. Raven, the first one through that main living area into the kitchen dining room, single small room. You notice before Vala has come up before you, pressed against the wall, is a woman. She has spikes that have been driven through each hand, pinning her to the wall. It's her clothes and skin are rent and torn around her neck and torso. Her eyes blank, and her mouth open in a silent scream as the body of Lyriel Frostwind faces you. A single iron spike through her chest pins a note, one that you can read from where you're at, that says, "No good deed unpunished." Vala has not caught up with you yet.
I'm going to step back and hug Vala.
What's going on?
Gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Somebody came here and sent a message. And I'll hand her the note that I pulled off the stake.
Very clearly Victoria's handwriting. Handwriting you've seen. The edges of the blood-stained parchment tell the story that Raven's not passing through to you.
I want to see her. And I'm gonna push past Raven and go into the room.
What do you do? And the scene I just described.
She will pay for this.
And that, I think, is where we're going to end tonight's episode. Episode 14,
Yeah.
Campaign 3 of Easy Dispel. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are not going to be back next week. We have too many people that are going to be gone. We'll be, I believe, the next time we come back, going back to the Kaya Orelton storyline as they go into the mountain to brave the Hydra.
You would do that, you fucking bastard.
Have a great 2 weeks, everybody. We love you all. We'll see you next time on Easy Dispel. Bye.